want to review the headlines?
Yeah, so we got Polymarket.
You want to bring it up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so trying to sell a new version of itself to the U.S. public, and this was from what day? Let me see, go up. July 11th.
12. What do you mean?
Published.
Oh, yeah.
Published on the 11th. So yesterday. Okay, so another. Oh, the Colombian. It's begun a well-funded campaign to sell a new version of itself. All right, how? To do so, companies trying to convince policymakers, regulators, and public perspective that it's building onshore. Yeah, it's more disciplined. And social media influencers to what? To produce viral marketing on TikTok. We have a channel. We'd love to get sponsored, but we're not sponsored.
We're probably never going to get sponsored by them.
Okay, then we're free to say whatever we want.
Yeah, we can probably say, yeah.
Which is better. Which is what we want to cover, which is the age of new media. Being able to say whatever you want.
Right.
Well, not whatever you want. It's basically long format, talking to founders, and the founder is able to say whatever they want. But if you're an affiliate, you're being sponsored, how much of that is really authentic and genuine? You're just being paid to say it. Even though you see those YouTube videos where it was like, with full disclosure, so-and-so send me this, but I'm free to say whatever I want. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Next is Kalshi appeals New York court ruling blocking operations.
Yeah, is this related to sports betting? Let's bring it up. Yeah, the article. What's the argument here, though? What is the argument?
She ruled that the Commodity Exchange Act does not preempt New York gambling laws, relying on the CEA's savings clause and the Dodd-Frank special rule for gaming-linked contracts, plus the general legal presumption against preemption of state authority. She assumed, for argument's sake, that Kalshi's contracts could be swaps, but didn't need to decide whether they're actually gambling. She resolved the case purely on jurisdictional grounds. The CFTC has never finalized a legal definition of gaming under Rule 40.11, despite Congress flagging it for special scrutiny. The author argues this missing definition is the structural weakness driving the CFTC's losses in court. The CFTC's litigation strategy directly contradicts its rulemaking. A June 10, 2026 proposed rule would classify sports contracts as gaming, the opposite of what its lawyers argue in court. The piece frames this as incoherence. Ambiguity helps the CFTC in litigation, but hurts it in rulemaking, and the agency may lack the capacity to do both well at once.
Okay. Yeah. So
the author's predictions, most likely outcome, so like a 50 to 60%, a bifurcated system where states control sports / contest-based contracts, and the CFTC retains authority over broader economic derivatives.
Yeah.
Moderate to high odds is that the definitional issue shapes at least one more major federal ruling within 6 to 9 months. The meaningful chance, so like 58 to 88%, of an eventual Supreme Court review, and high odds is that the states will keep regulating via licensing taxes and consumer protection rules rather than outright bans. The next thing was DraftKings hiring prediction markets manager for culture, crypto, and non-sports.
Yeah, so they're shifting. So they're like, you know what? They're coming onto our territory. We're going to go into their territory. Right.
So I think this is the role here. Prediction markets manager.
Yeah. So focus on what? Crypto, finance, pop culture, but culture, right? So entertainment.
Yeah. So it's everything beyond sports. They're going beyond that.
Look at the last one. There it is. Curiosity, right?
This is
Un-
It's all
under,
bullshit, dude.
understanding trends, stories, events, customer. I mean, just watch our show. Just watch our show.
I guarantee you they'll hire someone who doesn't know shit. I know someone on the board. My dad's the CEO.
You think it's gonna nepotism?
Nepotism supersedes everything,
Mm-hmm.
especially in corporate.
That's a signal. That's a signal that is recognizing. Look, we need to branch out beyond just sports, right? People are interested in this. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to have this like market completely fragmented, and then it creates an opportunity, a unified platform. You can trade anything. I think that could be a possibility, right? Actually, isn't there one right now? You can just one unified platform, and it selects the contract that you want. It executes it across all different platforms.
It's our platform. So OpenAI launches ChatGPT work.
So I mean, there was a lot of hype. I mean, the video that we saw. I mean, it's very well polished, right? But
You didn't do that. Hi, hey, right?
No, today.
Oh, I forgot.
3, 2, 1.
Today.
Well, first of all, aside from the fact that they just kind of merged everything together, like Codex and ChatGPT.
Well,
I actually loved how it was separated.
Yeah, most people did.
Like that's how I operated. Like I wanted that separate, but now all of a sudden they're combined.
This is how it should have been. I'll tell you how it should have been. It should have been Codex is its own app specifically for developers. So developers are either using the terminal or they're using Codex. And then ChatGPT app where people are just having normal conversations, non-technical people have the option of work. Because that was the whole thing behind Cowork with Claude. It was people who are scared of using Claude Code or using the terminal can now use a GUI interface to have a lot of these automations that would automatically happen on their computer and stuff, right? So that's the whole point. I feel like it should have been two apps, ChatGPT with ChatGPT work, and then Codex is specifically just for code related tasks. I'll tell you what, like in terms of my workflow, I just use CLI, right? So I don't use any GUIs or anything, and I don't plan on ever switching to GUI. I think CLI is going to be the way. It's going to give you the most control. It's the most customizable, and so really, for me, it comes down to the models, right? As they make Fable API only, I think I'm going to use 5.6 Sol a lot more, right? Because every episode I talk about how much I hate Opus 4.8. So I don't know. Are they just going to compete on models now? What's sort of like even the models? I've told you numerous times, like we should have our own models.
Well, speaking of models,
we should be leveraging the Chinese.
Can you see if there have been any recent benchmarks? I'm sure they've released it to some labs. I'm interested to see how well does it perform. Yeah, so on terms of dynamic ranking models and how they orchestrate tools in real world. Okay, so that's a lot of what we do. So Fable 5, still it's high. Where's 5.6? Is it there?
It's not even on here.
I thought I saw it. There's 5.5 and then no 5.6? Or is it really that bad and it's just way at the bottom?
There's no way. I don't think they updated it, maybe. July 8th.
Oh, I see it, number 8. Oh, that's under a different category. So overall, are you able to see the overall benchmark? All right, so there's 5.6. Number 8. 8. Down.
Where?
Down.
No way.
So in terms of its Claude, like Claude 4.8 didn't even make the board. Oh, the way it's there at the bottom, number 11.
Look at 4.6 up there. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
See,
it's beautiful.
we can. I don't need a leaderboard or a f***ing benchmark to know, because I use it all the time.
Well,
to
it's
know
confirmation.
when a model's better. Yeah.
This is to give you like, you know, it's not you. Like right? So that's under text. Can you go down? There's other categories. I'm interested to see ability to follow instructions. And
Coding.
let's go coding. But did it even get tested? Well, 4.8 again. Look at that at the bottom. 4.6 at the top. It's a consistent. Please bring it back. Like keep 4.6. Anthropic, if you're listening, please.
Oh my god. What is wrong with them? Like,
yeah.
I miss it so much.
5.6 sold. Okay, so there is a write-up there. Now the claim is, it says here, well, performance to GPT 5.5 while being 2x cheaper. So this is the real concern right now. It's like these things are, yeah, they might be cheaper per token, but they're taking twice as much, 4 times as much, sometimes 10 times as much running in the background. And you're just consuming tokens, right? And then God forbid if you have to steer it back and forth, eventually it's just like you give up and you start a new session. Guess what? All that wasted tokens.
I mean, I used it the morning it came out, okay? I used 5.6 Sol Ultra, okay? It burnt the 5-hour token window. Like, it burned all the tokens within 15 minutes in the 5-hour window. In 15 minutes.
And this is on a max plan.
Yeah. Okay, I want to read the safety section because I ran into a safety issue where I was just asking it to review the code base, the API, okay? And it said, oh, can't continue. Got to downgrade to another model because this could be dangerous. Do you want to wait or switch to a lower model? I'm like, I'll wait. And then a little warning said we're reviewing it.
So it says our approach adds a reasoning monitor that reviews the conversations to determine if there is a potential for harm. And how do you calibrate it? So this is a huge,
I know.
it's like you're saying that we're not using your data for training purposes, but then at the same time you're saying we're monitoring it to make sure you're potentially not causing harm. Like this design intended to enable defensive work while blocking serious misuse.
It blocked defensive work.
But how do you know it's misuse? Like, I'm just legitimately want to delete this file. With the most sensitive capabilities reserved for verified users through trusted access. And it's like, okay, then how do you get trusted access? Because some protections use test time reasoning. Okay, so which means you had to, did you write all these conditions or did you actually have to train it? You had to tell it what is malicious. But then it's like, that gives you a false sense of security.
Well, there's always going to be people who are going to try to.
You're gonna if you've been trained on well, this is what's serious harm. What about new harms? Are you saying that can never happen? No, it's like someone could actually design and engineer some malicious code, and their models won't be able to detect it. Because some protection use test time reasoning, we can repeatedly update them. See? How do you can rapidly update them. Okay, so how do you update? You have to learn. So you look and you inspect. All of a sudden it's like, wait a minute. Huge red flag for compliance officers. Like, you can't use this model. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not doing so well in terms of benchmarks. From a governor's perspective, it's a huge red flag. Like, you have legitimate law-abiding organizations, they're not going to use these tools for malicious purposes. But then you're sitting there monitoring, and you're like, no, I'm not going to let you do this. It's like, why? It's like, well, because this could potentially be misused. It's like, but it's not. It's like, okay, well, then you need to be on that trusted authority list. So then you're like, but then somebody on the trusted authority could misuse, and then you could have blind trust.
Okay. You want me to go to the next story?
Yeah. What else is there in terms of the AI trends?
Okay, we got 3 more. I might speed through them, or you can stop me. SpaceX releases Grok 4.5, cost optimized model for coding and agentic tasks. I don't like Grok. I used it. Not that good. Microsoft Twin publicly launches no-code autonomous agent platform. Let's see this. I like the video. Robinhood. Oh, this is the big one I want to talk about. Robinhood chain records explosive launch, over $1 billion in DEX volume, and it flips hyperliquid. I wanted to show you the Dune dashboards of what this actually looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I can't find the dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
July. This was yesterday. Robinhood DEX volume flipped base.
Wow. Yeah.
So they did 905 million, while base did 899. That was yesterday. And then, where is this chart? Oh, here we go. So look at the explosion in volume. Just in the start of July. So almost nothing to now. Almost 893 million in volume.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the world thing was actually a whole marketing ploy. They're still on Solana.
But they haven't poached them to convince them to jump to their blockchain?
I don't know, but if we go back to world,
yeah,
I'll show you. Update, 2.3 million views. Thanks for playing Solana forever. I love you. After careful deliberation from the team in the last 24 hours, World has made the decision to migrate off of. Oh wait, so this was the Solana one.
Yeah.
And then it said, "Psych, we're actually still on Solana." So it was a huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're not moving over?
No, it was just a marketing play. And if you go to their profile, it'll still say the Solana prediction market.
Okay. So, good for them. So hopefully they don't get hacked. So, let's take a look quickly at the prediction markets right now.
So we got Spain versus France. What did I just say? France versus Spain. Well, France reached the World Cup final.
Yeah, okay. 60% there.
We got France versus Spain, both teams to score. And then we got some stuff. New York Yankees versus Washington.
All right. You want to take a break?
I'm going to go have lunch.
Yeah. Then when you come back, let's take a look. Let's go through the new media strategy, right? I came across some posts from A16Z about what they expect of new founders right now, right?
But is this the one where he talked about practitioner-led media, or?
Yeah.
You want to watch that that episode together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is like, the brand of startups is the founders, right? Like the founders should be the brand. Um, the idea is that we want to hear from the founders about their wins, but also their setbacks. And you're not being forced into little sound bites. Now with the having access to all these platforms, you should be able to kind of like express your ideas and your thoughts and some of the challenges, and maybe even set the record straight. So this new form of content creation is what is desperately needed in today's AI boom. Nobody wants to listen to an avatar. People want to listen to the thoughts and ideas and the conversations of the founders, right? Using like, a journalistic approach and using storytelling. And that's sort of like what we're doing here, right? Using, creating this docuseries. So we'll come back and listen to some of the highlights and some of the lessons learned. And I think it's just going to validate what we're doing, right? All right, take a break, and we'll look at that when we come back.
Okay.